more after ceasefire understanding between India-Pakistan. Opening trade Sensex gains 1800 points, Nifty gains 540 points. All right, so after about, we have seen that the kind of decline that was seen as far as the Sensex and Nifty, the market is concerned because of the escalation between India and Pakistan. But now we are seeing that the markets have in fact risen, and after the ceasefire understanding between India and Pakistan, and the opening trade shows that the Sensex has gained about 1800 points and Nifty has gained about 540 points. There was in fact a decline of about 1.2% about 2 days back, and there was in fact speculation that this could continue if there is not a ceasefire understanding reached between India and Pakistan. But now with the ceasefire understanding that has reached, we are seeing that the markets have once again opened on a positive note, and we are seeing that Sensex is up by 1800, and as far as Nifty is concerned, it is up by 440 points. And remember, the market has taken a hit earlier this month as well because of the tariff talks that were going on between United States as well as India. But after that, there was in fact a bit of a positive scenes that were witnessed in market. We have seen how the market has rose, but after which the escalation, the tension between India and Pakistan has once again made the market go down, and there was in fact a prominent decline in the market as far as Sensex and Nifty is concerned. But after the US intervention, we had seen that there was in fact a bit of the understanding that has in fact been reached between India and Pakistan, after which India and the opening that we are seeing as far as Sensex is concerned, there is in fact the Sensex is up by 1800 points and Nifty by 540 points. I'm now joined by CNBC TV 18's Mangalam on this broadcast. Yes, Mangalam, over to you.
Well, if you look at the markets, let's put things into perspective. Before the India-Pakistan skirmish began, the Nifty was close to around the 24,500 mark. After the skirmish began, there was nervousness. We still were relatively resilient, but it was on Friday that, we saw a big gash, and the Nifty was then down to around 24,000 mark itself. So it was a 500-point decline that we saw. Over the weekend, we saw de-escalation, we saw the ceasefire and all of that. So all the big decline that we saw from 24,500 to now has now been made up. The Nifty is up 600 points, nearly 24,600. The incremental extra 100 points have come in from account of two things. One, that there is talks of peace between Russia and Ukraine as well, and at the same time you are looking at a possibility of a trade deal between US and China. Remember, more than anything else, it was a decline in the markets led by imposition of tariffs by Donald Trump and the global uncertainty when it came to trade, and as a result of which now the fact that the door has been left ajar for talks between US and China for trade would keep the global market sentiment upwards as well. Add to all of this, India has already signed a trade deal with the UK, which we did not react to because of the things at the border that took place. And at the same time, we are on toes of seeing a deal between US and India as well when it comes to trade. So economically, things look fairly resilient. On Friday, we saw some selling by the foreign institutional investors, but that may resume in today's trading session because they've been on a buying trend for our market, and our overall forex reserves also fairly strong at nearly $700 billion, keeps India stronger than everyone else in the world right now when it comes to economy, and which is why the Indian markets are rallying as well.
But also, Mangalam, amid the India-Pakistan tension, we're also seeing a trade talk that is happening between US and China. If that actually goes as planned by both the sides, we'll actually see a positive incline in the market as well?
We will see a positive incline in the market because trade uncertainty goes away, and at the same time, even as US and China do continue their talk, remember the US has signed a trade deal with UK as well. So if UK and US have signed a trade deal, there are positives for some of the Indian automakers, most notably guys like Tata Motors, etc. And on India-Pakistan specifically, the stocks which actually saw a big decline over the last two trading sessions were the travel and tourism stocks, and we saw a big decline in some of the mid caps and small caps which were prone to high risk itself. And now the risk is off. We are seeing a big bounce back in travel and tourism stocks. We have Indigo, which is doing well. Indian Hotels, the operator of Taj Hotels, the stock is up around 5-6%. We are also seeing some up move on a lot of these mid caps which are doing a lot better, and we are seeing some profit booking in defense stocks. All of last week We saw defense stocks do extremely well. And apart from all of this, the US impact on India when it comes to trade, the one thing we are watching out for is pharmaceuticals, because Trump again put out on his social media that, there are talks of cutting pharmaceutical prices by about 30 to 80% in the US, and they are looking at imposing some tariffs on pharmaceutical stocks as well. So pharmaceutical stocks are not doing too well. But by and large, the world is in a bit better mood when it comes to taking on risk. And equities as a risk asset are doing a lot better in India, given the strong fundamentals of India and the fact that we have some of the border-related tensions behind us now. That's the belief.